back to the channel. Now, I had planned on doing a video for the 159 today, but the 159, as you can see, I'm not in it, I'm in the GT. The 159 had other ideas, so obviously we'll touch on that a bit later on. So I figured for today what I would do is I'd go through kind of what I've done on the GT so far from the first video, give an idea on kind of what's next and what's still to come on the channel, and what the plans are moving forward for the GT in terms of kind of the visuals, the bodywork, etc. So let me go pull over somewhere scenic. We'll take a look around the car, see what I've done so far, what's next, and then we'll dive into a little bit more about the 159 and more importantly the GT, because both cars, yeah, they're doing Alfa things. Quick shout out to today's video sponsor, Code 118 Wallets. It's a nice lightweight titanium wallet which holds up to 10 of your cards and cash. It's nice, it's lightweight, it feels nice, it feels sturdy, and what's better is you get a lifetime warranty with them, which is, you don't get that anywhere these days. A lifetime warranty, so if the mechanism breaks or anything breaks on there, you can get an instant replacement, which I think is a great feature. Also, it's an RFID protector, so if your cards are contactless, nothing can break it through, so you're not going to get anyone tagging you and obviously stealing your money. So yeah, if you want to obviously check these guys out, the code's in the description of the video. But yeah, go check them out. I absolutely love it. I got it for Father's Day and I haven't looked back, so thanks guys. Alright guys, so here we go. So let's give a quick walk around the car and I'll explain what I've done so far. It's not a lot, to be honest. Life's taken over, work's been extremely busy, so this isn't my full-time job. So if you remember, the first issue was the power steering pipe. So if you remember, underneath it was held together by gaffer tape. So I managed to source the pipe and get that in, get that replaced. So that was a pain in the ass because those pipes are very, very hard to come by now. Now from afar the car still looks in very, very good condition. Now some of the other bits that I've done so far is just on the front bumper here. The paint's not fully cured yet, but if you remember rightly, just here it had like a big patch which hadn't been sanded down. There was obviously a scratch there, and what had happened is someone just got excited with the touch-up paint and it looked like my 4-year-old had coloured it in. So yeah, so I've given that a sand down, I've given it a spray, given it a re-lacquer. It's still not cured yet, so it still doesn't blend in very nicely. Again, down on the side here, it had a massive gouging. Now what I've done so far is I've sanded it down, I've filled the crack, and I've just resprayed it just so from afar it looks good. But if I come back down a bit closer, you can see it is very bumpy still. So what I need to do, now that it's got a few good layers of base paint, going to give that another sand down, another smoothing over, and that should come up very, very nice. On the rear, again, around this area here, there was a big scratch across the back here, so I've touched that in. But one thing I have noticed is every time I give this car a good clean, every little bit of touch-up paint that has been previously done comes off and another small scratch will appear somewhere, or more imperfections will come off somewhere. Like here, for example, that wasn't there before. That appeared after I washed it previously. The last time I washed it for Northern Alfa Day, that appeared. And then again, you can see on the wheel arch here again, these have never been here. Every time it gets washed, these, again, the touch-up paint that's been on them previously keeps coming off. So what I think I need to do is these just need a good buff polish again. Excuse the state of the car, I haven't cleaned it for this video because, as I said, I wasn't planning on doing a video with the GT today. So on the rear, again, more bits seem to be peeling off here, as you can see. But again, there's not too much on the rear other than there's a bit of like peel in there, so I can probably get some filler on that and get that resprayed because I've got a can of the paint. Again, there was more scratches down on this panel here, so again I had to sand that down. I've given it another primer, I've given it another lick of paint and some more lacquer, waiting for that to cure properly. But then again here, this is another area that is confusing the hell out of me because that wasn't there before, and no petrol's been leaked on there, but I think it's been covered up, and where it's been washed frequently and been actually taken care of a little bit, the cover-up paint that's been put on there is now showing, and that's bubbly. So what I need to do there, again, I need to sand that down and get that looking smooth again. To be honest, I think the whole car could do with a respray, but that's a costly job. So yeah, we'll maybe look at that in the future, but for now I'm just trying to make it look good from afar and okay at close up. Driver side isn't too bad. There's not that many imperfections on the driver side, are there? And a few kind of little dings on the doors, which car part scars, like here for example, there's a ding, not a lot I can do about that. And again on the interior, I've given it a once over with some kind of some wax, some reconditioning wax. Looks a lot nicer, feels a lot nicer, but I do think it could do with another once over. It's filthy at the moment, to be honest. And then if we come around here onto the bonnet, and again this is another area, I don't know if you can see on here, so this has been cleaned, but as you can see, there's, I don't know what it is, it looks like some form of spillage, but no matter what I've done to get this off, it doesn't come off. So I think this whole body needs a good machine polish, nice machine polish, nice bit of wax, nice sealant, get it coated again to get it looking lovely. Now on the bumper, again, which I showed you this in the first video, it's awful, to be honest. I have had it quoted to get it repaired, and it's just, yeah, I think the cost of getting it repaired outweighs the cost of a new bumper. So I'm just going to look to see if I can find someone breaking one in this colour or a darker colour and get it resprayed, because it's not just a bumper, it's also the plastic grille in there. But yeah, and then the other difficulty that I've got with the bumper is mine has the washer jets, and there's not a lot of the GTs out there that have the washer jets. So I don't know if I could get another bumper and just have these fitted onto it, but that's another difficulty. The other challenge I've got, there's not a lot of these GTs out there in good condition in this colour, so that's another area that's proving challenging at the moment. So yeah, that's the externals, and let's now go inside and I'll discuss the 159 and the other items which are throwing up a surprise. So yeah, so that's the GT. It's starting to come together nicely. Things have been going very, very smoothly until my Alphas decided to start doing Alpha things and throwing up issues, and they've both done it at exactly the same time, just for good measure. Now the 159, so why am I in the GT today? So jumped in the 159 to do a journey the other day. Everything was fine, driving absolutely smooth, we were making good progress. Got onto the motorway, was driving for maybe 15 minutes on the motorway. I glanced down and I saw the temperature was up into the higher third, so I instantly slowed down and thought, well, hang on, what's going on here? Because it's never done this. Bearing in mind I've done many, many long journeys in this car without a single issue. So slowed back down, temperature dropped again, so gave it another 5 minutes and then put it back up to 70 mile an hour just to see kind of what happened. Got to 70 mile an hour and again temperature started rising again, so thought, right, not traveling any further on this. Nursed it back home, 50 mile an hour, 40 mile an hour in most parts. Got it home, gave the engine a look over just to make sure the fluids were good, to make sure it had, like, it still had coolant, it still had oil, everything was there before I set off. Lo and behold, retaining coolant, the coolant's still there, coolant still looks clear. Still got oil, oil looks clear, doesn't look milky. So I suspect, or I'm more hoping, it's to do with the thermostat housing or the radiator, which replaceable items, not huge jobs. So fingers crossed, that's the problem. It gets looked at on Monday, so I'll be able to update you then. If it's the head gasket, however, and I don't think it is, but that might be because I didn't drive it long enough for the coolant to get into the oil and turn it milky. Because everything looks clear, as I said. The coolant still looks fine. It's got full coolant. It's retaining it. The oil, absolutely fine. It's not leaking anywhere. There's no leaks appearing on the driveway. So we'll see. So that's the 159. But then the GT has decided at exactly the same time to throw up a curveball as well. So I was driving it the other day. Obviously, we had to do a long journey down to Gloucester. Driving back, it threw up a ABS warning and a VCS warning, which is related to the ABS system in the car and the traction control. It come up with that error, and then the ABS light comes on and the VCS light comes on for the traction control. Now, the ABS still kicks in when you put your foot on the brake, and the traction control still kicks in when you go around a corner. It still feels planted. There's no wheel spin. You can put your foot down, and yeah, it drives absolutely spot on still. So I think, in regards to the GT issue, I'm not too concerned. I don't think there's anything major. I imagine, and this is just me, I'm not a mechanic by any shape or form. I suspect it's related to the brake pedals, because it doesn't happen all the time. So I've been driving around today, it's not come on. So it's very, very intermittent, and it only happens after you've put your foot on the brake or on the clutch. So I don't know if it's a cable being pulled too tight within the pedal stacks, or if it's a switch that sits behind the pedals, but we'll see. So this is getting looked at again on Monday. So I'll be able to update you again on kind of what the issue is there. The other root causes that it possibly could be is related to a fuse or the battery. See, Alfa's renowned for having electrical issues, especially from this era. So we'll see. So that both cars are getting checked out on Monday. So I'm dreading the bill. What is actually going to come? What is going to be the issue? But yeah. So as soon as I get that feedback, I'll update everybody on the next video as to kind of what the outcome was, what the fix was. Just if anybody else comes across these issues. But yeah. So in terms of what's next for the GT, bodywork still needs some work doing to it. I still want to get a new steering wheel because I really hate this one. It's very, very worn, so I think a new steering wheel is going to happen. I want to give the handles and the plastics on the driver's side and the near side door another once over, just to smooth those down a little bit more. The alloys, again, I want to get some jet fin alloys on there, so the 18-inch jet fins, and looking at some coilovers. I want to make the stance of the car look a bit nicer, so maybe get some coilovers on there. So let me know, obviously, if you've got a GT, what you're running in terms of your rims. If you running jet fins, are you running the seller speed alloys, coilovers, what springs and coilovers are you running? So because that's something I do want to put on there, just to make it look a bit more planted, a bit more sportier. Well, I think that's everything, guys. So once again, thanks for watching. Please do like, subscribe, share away, comment, let me know what you're thinking of this. Obviously, I'm still fairly new to YouTube. I want to do more. Be good to get some kind of feedback on what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right. Again, if you've got something that you want reviewing, let me know. I want to start getting out doing car reviews. So yeah, until next time, guys, thanks everyone. Like, subscribe, share away, and I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks everyone, bye.